welcome back to Dip by Night. I want to first give a shout out to all the new followers and people who have stopped by the channel. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I did record audio with this video as I was doing the manicure, but I decided to do a voiceover because the initial video, which is going to be abbreviated, did not turn out all so well. I don't like the finished manicure, and I couldn't get the transfer foil to work properly. So instead of making you sit through all of that and experience what not to do, I will briefly cover it and then show you how I was successful. So the transfer foils I'm using are by Magpie. The one that I wanted to start out with is Doyle, and if you can't tell, it's a lace slash doily style transfer foil, which I've had the idea for the past 2 months to do a transfer foil French manicure. I didn't have the foil gel to adhere it initially. That wasn't the problem that I had with this video, though. It's just the reason why I didn't do the video sooner. I had to wait to get the transfer foil gel, which I decided, since I'm using transfer foils by Magpie, I might as well actually use their foil gel. So this is full foiled. They also have another one. The difference is whether or not you're going to put the transfer foil over the entire nail, or if you're going to do just sections of the nail. But I figured that the full foil gel would suffice even if I was only applying it to part of the nail. I didn't want to buy 2 different products for the same purpose. So if I remember correctly, the problem that I had was I wasn't curing the product long enough. And there's actually different information on YouTube videos from what is on the bottle and what is and what I've experienced just with my lamp. And you may have different experiences with your lamps. Obviously, if you have a lower wattage or a higher wattage, it's going to cure faster or slower. But basically, you have what's called an inhibition layer, like you would have with a gel base, that tacky layer that you have to wipe off with alcohol. The thing with this is that you need that inhibition layer to be able to have the transfer foil stick properly. And you need to cure the gel long enough for it to work as it's supposed to. So I did watch a video. I don't think it was actually by Magpie. I think it was just someone that uses the products and they've used it long enough to actually know what to do. Hindsight being what it is, I should have watched the video first, which I didn't, which is why I was having a lot of problems. But basically, even though the bottle says to cure for 60 seconds, the video said to cure for a full 2 minutes, and then let the nail cool down before you try applying the transfer foil. As you know, it's a UV lamp, it generates heat, it's going to warm up the nail, so you want the nails to dissipate some of that heat while keeping on the tacky layer so that you can adhere the the transfer foils. So I'm going to put on some music and let you watch a clip show of the process and the problems that I was having. I'll probably only have that go for about 5 to 6 minutes, and then I'm going to jump into the next day when I removed the design that I had done, and I ended up going with my original plan, doing the curing process properly. So you'll see in the latter part of the video, it went a lot more smoothly. It was a very quick process. So long as you cure the nails properly with the foil base coat, you cure for 2 minutes, you let it sit for another 1 minute to cool, and then literally all you had to do is gently press the foil on top of the nail and peel away the backing, and it comes off in one smooth piece. It's the fastest manicure I've ever done. After I did the trial test of my thumb, I went and I put the gel base on all of my nails at once, cured for 2 minutes, let it sit for 1 minute, and then I just went from finger to finger, pressing on the foil, and it was like a dream. So, like I said, I'm going to put on music. I'm going to let you watch a portion of the failure, and then we'll go into the success. So, all in all, this wasn't necessarily a bad manicure. It wasn't what I was originally going for. And I thought that the half covered nail was kind of strange in the end. I would have maybe put a background color on. But so this is the way the manicure turned out initially. I've got kind of like matching half nails meeting and then separated. But now we'll go into the other video. So this is day 2. I am going in more prepared. I watched the video. I made sure to test it out before I started recording, and I knew that it would work. So I'm going to walk you through it briefly again, just so that you learn from my mistakes and you know the exact process, at least with this brand. Read all the information on whatever brand you happen to have. I'm sure there's differences between cure time and whether or not I wouldn't think that with other brands you would need to wipe the inhibition layer. That's the whole point of it. It's tacky, so you need it for the foil to adhere properly. But in terms of preparing the nail, how to finish off the manicure after the fact, there may be slight differences from brand to brand. So for Magpie, I have a 45-watt LED UV combination lamp by Melodie Susie. I'm sure you can find other brands on Amazon or just by doing a Google search, but this is what I have. And so the recommendation for this product through the video that I watched online is to put a thin coat on the nail, cure it for 2 full minutes, then let your nail cool down from the heat of the lamp for another minute before putting on the transfer foil. Now, I've watched a lot of videos where people use a silicone tool to rub the foil across the nail, or they use the nail from their other hand to push it on and make sure that it's fully affixed. I noticed that when I did that, I don't have a silicone tool, so I just used my thumbnail from my opposite hand. It was distorting the image. It was moving it around the nail. So what you'll see I do is I press it firmly down with the pad of my nail, make sure it's stuck, and then I just rock my finger back and forth while applying light pressure, and then I start to peel it away. And if I see that it hasn't transferred the image, then I put it back on and I rub it a little bit more, maybe press down firmly along the free edge and the corners, and then I pull it completely away. And I did not once have an issue with it coming off clean. I think maybe on my thumbnail or on my middle finger, I didn't press it onto the free edge, so I went back in and I did that. But so long as you're applying even pressure across the entire nail, it really shouldn't take more than 10 to 15 seconds for the image to transfer and peel away from the backing. So I'm going to speed this up slightly. I don't want to get it going too quickly so that you can't see what I'm doing. But I'm going to put the music back on. I'm going to let you watch. It's, like I said, it's a very easy, straightforward process. And I will come back at the end to wrap up. Something I forgot to mention, which I want to do quickly before I go back into the music, is even though I had the full foil gel, which is supposed to be for a full foil application across the entire nail, I only applied it to the area that I wanted the foil to stick. That way I made sure that I had a clean line. As I'm doing a French manicure, the point obviously is just to have the design across the free edge of the nail, the tip. So I applied it as I would a white gel polish. I cured it for the 2 minutes, let it stand for 1 minute, and then I applied the transfer foil. I just wanted to cut in and show you what I picked up from Amazon. Obviously, well, not obviously, but the Magpie foils are sold individually. I believe they do have some kits, but predominantly they're sold individually in files. This kit that I picked up from Amazon is 10 different foils, and they range in patterns from floral to lace, uh, black lace, white lace, black and white lace. It's really a fantastic set. I haven't had the opportunity to use them yet. Let me know if you want me to do a video on any of them, but I am looking forward to using them in the future. And obviously, Amazon being what it is, you can pick up a lot of different things a lot a lot more inexpensively. So it may be a great option if you're looking for something that gives you a variety and you don't have to worry about putting out a lot of money for it. Not that Magpie is very expensive. I think each file is about $7, but it adds up. What I'm going to do now is I wanted to line the foil with a little bit of white gel liner. So I'm just going to use the brush that came with the Dipalicious gel nail liners and trace a line underneath each foil to delineate the pattern a little bit more and make it stand out. And that brings us to the end. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was able to teach you something. And if you have any questions, please leave them down in the box below. I'm going to leave the information for all of the products that I use in this video in the description box. Please like and subscribe. Like I said, if you have any suggestions for how I can speak proper English, if you have any suggestions for content that you want to see, if you have any questions as to anything that I did in this video, anything that I didn't explain or didn't explain properly, please put it down in the comments below and I will address it as soon as I see it. But yeah, so like I said, this was a very easy process once I figured out what the hell I was doing, and I hope to see you back here soon. Have a great day.